Well, hello there. Happy Halloween from me, the Pumpkin King. Come join me over here. Yes. You see, Jack, is it? We're going to have a problem. Because you see, I want to be king. So... Now that I'm king, you shall all listen to me. Now then, there's an old, possibly the first movie trailer that was released in Japan for Pokemon's first movie. You guys remember that? The very first Pokemon movie, Mew versus Mewtwo. Gotta love that Mewtwo. What an elegant chap. And it shows some random little girl walking in a field or park with an older looking Misty. That blue-haired lady from the movie that was discouraging them from getting in the water, and a Pikachu that was first at a distance but is then cuddling and licking the little girl. I first found out about this from a post on DeviantArt. Yes, I do have a DeviantArt account. Be sure to take a look at it. Link in the description below. Or maybe even in a card. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. I am the king, so it's a possibility that I am able to. Anyway, I tried looking it up, but couldn't find it until they gave me the non-English name of it. That had some people believing that Ash and Misty were in fact canon. Now, I will be including a link to that trailer in the description below if it is still available. Hopefully it is. But regardless, some of you might already know what it is I'm talking about. There's no English dub for it as far as I'm aware. And no translation subtitles for it either. Upon watching it the first time, I was ecstatic to see it wasn't fake. Watching it 2 more times, I became confused. This was supposed to confirm the original intent to have Ash and Misty together, right? It's supposed to show that they're married and started a family, or at least imply that. But it really doesn't, at least from how I'm looking at it. Other people I've seen talk about this like he confirms that Ash and Misty had a kid, if they're not just theorizing that it must be. I'm gonna go a different route. I don't think that's their kid. Until I get an accurate translation on the dialogue, nothing in that trailer indicates to me, and of course my opinion matters, that sex happened between Ash and Misty, okay? If it's Ash's kid, which I highly doubt, Misty could be babysitting. Maybe that blue-haired lady is his baby mama wife instead. Think about that, huh? Possibilities do exist, people. Gotta think outside of the circle of life. But what I'm leaning towards is that the kid is related to Misty. She could be the mom, someone else could be the dad, or she's a single mom like Ash's mom. Remember that? Remember Ash's mom is single, no dad around, in sight. Never really got to look at him, though people theorize that it's some random old guy that he met on his travels. I don't think that was ever confirmed. But I think she's more Misty. Misty is more likely to be the kid's aunt, in my opinion. I mean, think about it. If you see it, the little girl, she has similar coloring and features to Misty and her sisters, the closest being Misty's pink-haired sis for obvious reasons. She could have been spending quality time with her niece, just gone about their day, and then bumped into an old friend, and they're all of a suddenly spending time together. It's plausible, it's most likely the case, and it covers all the bases except for the random Pikachu. Pikachu, as we all know, is associated primarily with Ash's Pokemon, and so we tend to think it's Ash's Pikachu anytime we see one, which is highly disrespectful. Sure, it could be his Pikachu, possibly. And Misty was left in charge of its care after Ash died from being turned to stone. Because, you know, usually getting turned to stone kills people, but Ash was lucky in this case through magic Pokemon tears and such. But it's just as likely, if not more likely, a different Pikachu. I mean, come on, you guys. We know that there's a whole plethora of Pikachus all over the place. Like in the beginning of the series, Ash, Brock, and Misty even traveled to, I forget where the heck that they were going, or even where they stopped at, but there was like a whole tribe of Pikachus. Not even a pack, or it was just a whole bunch. There was way too many of them. It was like they owned this section of land over there, you know. Just, you know what I'm talking about, right? Anyway, there was no hint of Ash dead or otherwise. However, the biggest overlooked possibility is Misty having adopted the random child with her blue-haired waifu. Just look at how they interacted. I'm all for friendship and bromance, but if an older Ash was in that lady's place, everyone would be squeeing so hard at the romantic lovey-dovey love of Lovely that their own eardrops would pop. Okay? If the two women were romantically involved, it would explain why they were even together in the first place in this trailer. I mean, as the blue-haired lady was fairly forgettable. Honestly, I almost always forget about her myself. Like, who even is you? So unless they get extremely close to warrant, there is no logical reason for that lady to be so physically close to holding the hands of someone else's child. Like, I have a mom, and I know a few other moms, and I've babysit for, and typically when a mom and their child, or even just a guardian and a child, are out somewhere in public, they're not okay with some random person they don't know or even barely knows just walking up being all cozy like and, you know, touching however innocently on the kid they're looking after. This wasn't so much a theory as a, let's call it a speculation. And which idea do you lot prefer? Do you prefer Misty the babysitter, Misty the auntie, or Misty the bisexual? You guys want a bisexual Misty? I know that there's plenty of people who seem to believe she's a lesbian, or even would prefer it if she was. I don't think she is, but she could be. It's just from that trailer. Possibilities, as I said, is English. Gotta think outside the circle. If you decide to make something of this, let me know. I might just be interested in looking at your photos or even reading it. Let me know, you guys, what you thought of this video in the comments below. What you think of my costume, because yes, Uncle Scar is the best uncle, obviously, because you know Lion King is the best, just like Uncle Scar is the best. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. I would love more interactions with everybody, because as king, it is my duty to entertain and indulge my people, regardless of the fact that you may be peasants. Now then, to end this video, I don't know, what do you guys think I should do? Oh, hello there. I suppose you're one of my new people. I'm a skeleton. A fall like that couldn't kill me. I fell from the sky and was exploded upon, and it did nothing but singe my clothes. What that fool did was nothing. This has been a most spectacular Halloween. Why, there was attempted murder and attacks and all sorts of things that happened. Simply delightful. Yes. So happy Halloween, everyone. And keep your loved ones close. 1,000 pardons, Your Majesty. I'm the king. I can do whatever I want. Now, I'm not lying, but I must say it was quite difficult to be prepared for this video because for the longest time I could not decide what to do. It is, after all, the anniversary of the first video I posted. Very first one was for Halloween. Now it's a year later, gotten a few subscribers, thank you all so much. And I must say that it is simply going to be to die for to subscribe to my channel. Let's try to stay out of the shallow end of the dream pool.